There is a city where half the residents were born in another country. Walk down the street and within 10 minutes you can hear 5 different languages. When the World Cup comes to town, almost every team can find its own home crowd here, because whatever nation you name, its people are already living in this city. This is Toronto, and this time we follow the World Cup to Canada's largest city. BMO Field sits right on the shore of Lake Ontario, and for the World Cup its stands were expanded to 45,000 seats. Just 3 weeks ago, Canada played the first home World Cup match in its history here. At the moment of kickoff, televisions across the whole country turned to this patch of grass, and every bar in Toronto was packed. Remember, this is a nation that has written ice hockey into its very character. In the hockey arena you could hear a pin drop, but on the football pitch, for the first time, the roar was deafening. For Canada, this was the moment soccer finally took center stage. Toronto rests on the northern shore of Lake Ontario, one of the Great Lakes, whose water stretches to the horizon like a sea with no far bank. At the very center of the skyline stands the 553-meter CN Tower. When it was built, it was the tallest structure in the world, a record it held for over 30 years, and even today it ranks among the tallest in the Western Hemisphere. More than 5 million people live in this metropolitan area. 1 in every 5 Canadians lives here, and half the nation's money, talent, and opportunity is flowing this way. Toronto's true landmark is not a tower, it is its people. More than 200 ethnicities and over 140 languages. Chinatown sits beside Little Italy, and 2 streets on, Greektown and Little India. In the downtown Kensington market, a single street sells Jamaican spices, Vietnamese pho, and Polish sausage. Here, noodles, curry, pizza, and maple syrup can all share one table. The United Nations ranks it among the most multicultural cities on Earth. For all its laid-back air, Toronto is Canada's financial engine. The headquarters of all 5 of Canada's big banks are here, and its stock exchange ranks among the top 3 in North America. Red streetcars clang past the bank towers, the most iconic image of the city. And beneath the streets hides a 30-kilometer underground city, its shops, restaurants, and passages woven into a network. When it drops to -20 outside in winter, people commute, shop, and eat below ground, life going on as normal. In summer, the people of Toronto live by the water. Out on the Toronto Islands they cycle and picnic, the entire skyline at their backs. The waterfront trail is filled morning to night with runners, dog walkers, and couples in wedding photos. Fans who have watched a match stroll back into the city along the lake, the evening breeze free of charge. The character of this city is like the lake itself. Never loud but full of weight. Remember these numbers. About 5 million people in the metro, half of them born overseas, more than 200 ethnicities, the 553-meter CN Tower, and roughly 45,000 seats in BMO Field. The most diverse city, Canada's wallet, and the new home of soccer in a hockey nation. In Toronto, the whole world is a neighbor. A city that takes in people from everywhere and makes each one feel like the owner. Here, the World Cup is not an away game. It is 200 countries coming home together. Next time we fly from the east coast to the west, more than 4,000 kilometers, to another Canadian city set between mountains and sea, Vancouver. Follow the World Cup and meet a city. See you next time.